in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' have stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy. Whoa. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Level with the gang. You know we don't play gang.
All right, hit that like button. We're about to get started in a couple moments. Get some gorillas. Oh, it's time. Yabish. 3, 2, shram.
Eat shit, Derek.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The bacon
I like that
is
eat shit,
sizzling.
Derek. I have to.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
It just fits. It just works. Testing. Test, testing. Testicles. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 16 hundo and 64 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pincast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on? Beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes, it's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. We got some sexy Tessie up in that nut, so drop some unicorns down below if you want a chance to bust this beach open so we can get this swole card and rolling underway. We're not going to waste any time. For those of you that are brand new to the podcast, make sure you subscribe right here on the channel. Hit that like button. If you're watching, you're not hitting that like button, you're being a fucking dumb cunt. Legit, because you are negatively affecting your favorite broadcast. You're negatively affecting your favorite show if you don't hit that like button. So if those don't match up, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if the Daily Swole had the same type of voter irregularity. It'd be nice if we had 200% of the likes as people watching, but I'll have to look into that type of manipulation, but maybe maybe there's something that I can get going. Maybe that's the way I need to get some more likes on the podcast. Anyway, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and it definitely helps a lot for the distribution. So make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you didn't yet go and subscribe over on your favorite podcast app, bang your ear holes with Papa Swolio and the Swole fam.
Wow.
Make sure you go and subscribe there. If you haven't yet left a review on Apple Podcasts, make sure you do so. 5-star review if you love the podcast. Tell your friends. Make sure you tell everyone that you possibly can. You see how everyone's watching now? See how everyone's coming in the door? Everyone's coming in the door over here. Settle down over there. Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. No one fucking likes you. Get the fuck out of here. My goodness. Oh, I know it's your favorite man cast. I know it's your favorite man cast. You all know it's your fucking favorite show. You know it's your favorite. You know Papa Swolio is your favorite. Anyway, tell your friends about the Daily Swole, and we're about to get this potty started. I see a lot of unicorns in the comments. Let's bust this beach open, so cover your nips for the busting of the schnut. You know you want to. You know you want to. You know you want to. Put some respect on it, Nug. Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your grubsack.
Very nice. A little fuck average, and wouldn't you know it, Leo, you're drinking again. You're drinking again. I don't really know what I expected. Obviously, you're drinking, you fucking raging alcoholic, but it is what it is. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Center that beach a little bit. Look at her. Oh God, you have that nut hair. You have that nut hair. You got that something about Mary hair. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So hashtag fuck average if you want a chance to win today's Swole card. That sounds pretty disgusting. I need accountability, and I've been doing dirty housework all day, and now I'm dying for Diet Dr. Pepper. Gross. Vomit. Disgusting. Yeah, that's pretty gross. You're dying for some artificial fake liquid. Is gross. Gross. Haven't touched it in months. Good. It's not real. It's fucking trash. I'll tell you what. You need accountability. Do you have Diet Dr. Pepper in your house? I mean, that should be in the trash. But if you need to like get that grout, like if you need to clean the grout in your shower and stuff, you can use Diet Dr. Pepper to clean your house. You could probably get the rust off if you have any coins that you would need to clean. Drink some more water, go get a pump on. Anyway, let's get into today's episode, shall we? We got the first Swole fam post. Shall we dance, fam? Shall we dance? Let's get into it. All right. Hey-o.
What's in the box?
Just the tip is what's in the box. Just an inch. Just an inch. Yeah. It's cold outside. Ooh, yeah. First post. Let's dig in. All right. Sarah, hey fam. I want to be held accountable this week. I have my family coming over for Thanksgiving, very last minute. Without going into a ton of detail, my siblings are vegan, and one is super vegan and an activist type of vegan. Aha. So an annoying person. Gotcha. So there's conflict there when I eat meat, which I can handle but bugs me. Oh, you have one of those vegans that says, you're eating meat. You shouldn't be eating meat. It's bad. It's bad. It doesn't matter. Activist is an activist. That's a terrible situation. They're all annoying. Anyway, all right. There's a very good joke, right? I have posted this before, right? Is there anything more annoying than a cross-fitting vegan? I don't think so. Okay, my parents are in this weird rough patch and have separated. They tend to make me the therapist for them both. All right. So it's been a rough couple of months. My goodness. No, that's not, okay. We'll talk about this in a second. Let me just read through it. I set my boundaries, but it'll be weird because they'll both be coming for Thanksgiving. Bruh. Holy shit. This sounds like a nightmare coming. I have been filled with anxiety due to this and slacking in the exercise department. I don't blame you. I am on week 2 of the 90-day dash, and I skipped my Swole class yesterday to play video games. What? Why? I'm also falling into bad eating habits. I used to track my calories religiously and weigh my food. I'm getting anxious this week, not tracking them, which I haven't done this at all in months. And eating has become anxiety filled, and I'm afraid of overeating and gain everything back. What are you eating? Start weighing, then count your calories again. I mean, I hate that. I hate counting calories. I think that's ridiculous. But if that worked for you, then just go do it. I know I should hit the brain gains to combat this, but I also need to vent it out to you all. Just need to kick my butt into gear. Thank you for listening. Well, all right, let's get into this a little bit. So we are listening, and of course we're supporting you. I'm going to say a lot of stuff. I'm going to be like, yeah, get your fucking ass in gear. But realistically, your parents have separated. I mean, you're going to, no, this is not a, no, this is fucked up. That's not your responsibility. They should go see a therapist. No. They tend to make you the therapist. You have to stand up for yourself. That's bullshit. That's not your role. That's not your role. That's irresponsible and that's disrespectful from their standpoint. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to be like, no, I'm not putting up with this. You're not the in-between. You're not the go-between. You're not the therapist. You're probably doing that out of guilt. You're doing that. No, that's not your role. You should have nothing to do with that. You have your family coming over very last minute. Do you want this to happen? Did you want this to happen? Did you want everyone to come over? Because it's your choice. You could say, no, not having it. You could tell your vegan sibling to go fuck themselves and you're going to eat what you want. People have to you have to stand up for yourself. There's a lot of, there's way too much. Look, I understand the whole family thing, but you can pick your friends. You can't pick your family. And I will be honest, there's this very, very strange thing that people do with family because you have similar DNA that you allow people to slide and to get away with all this shit. It doesn't make sense. I just don't feel that same way. Shitty people are shitty people, whether you came out of someone's vagina, whether you like, think about what a cousin is or something. It's like, oh, you came out of a similar hole. Oh my God, you have to put up with all their shit forever. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay. You can pick your friends. You can't pick your family. Just because they're your family doesn't mean that they're good people. Doesn't mean that you should spend time with them. It doesn't. You have to literally surround yourself with the right people for you. Doesn't matter if you have the same DNA or not. We all pretty much have similar DNA. We all come from Genghis Khan, right? So you're not a therapist. You're not their therapist. And to have them both come over, this is a fucking nuclear bomb that's going to go off, potentially. It just seems like you're setting yourself up for a fucking disaster. So I'm going to put the blame on you just because you're allowing them to come over. It's your place. You don't have to do this. But make sure you stand up for yourself. Don't allow people to walk over you. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe it's too late to cancel. It's never too late to cancel, but, you know, what you're doing is now you're self-flagellating. You're probably just resenting yourself for allowing this to happen. And now you're punishing yourself by not taking care of your exercise, by not eating properly. Like, what do you expect to happen? Right? You're wallowing in your own misery. You're not setting yourself up for a good day. You're not going to gain everything back. I mean, if you overeat consistently, like you will eventually, but, hitting the brain gains, that will help, of course, but at the same time, it's not going to stop the storm from coming. So my siblings are vegan, so they're not mentally stable. I'm just fucking with you. That's true. No, so there's conflict there when I eat meat. Oh, look, if you want to eat, like my sister is pretty much vegan. She doesn't eat. She's like vegetarian vegan, like my sister. I'm over, like, if I ever go home, I'm cooking broth, I'm cooking steak. She doesn't care. She's gonna be like, oh my God, you're eating meat. No, she does like animal wellness rehab. She's always been that way, you know, or for the most part. But it's one thing if they do it for them. If they tell you to do it, give you shit to do it, I would literally, you know, you could tell them to go fuck themselves. But they're vegan, so maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But definitely don't put up with that shit just because they're related to you. Doesn't mean that you have to put up with any more garbage. You have to stand up for yourself. That's my thought on it. What are your thoughts? Drop a comment down below. Hit that like button. Let's spread the word. Papa Swolio's live, motherfuckers. Papa Swolio's live. I'm live, bish. I'm live, motherfucker. It's like Samuel L. Jackson. Motherfucker, I'm live. Hit that motherfucking like button. Close enough. All right, Erica with an A. Today was a rough one. Woke up with a killer headache. Fortunately, my work is flexible and I was able to start late. However, my boss asked if I can go into the office to check mail and deposit checks. So I'm already behind on work and I have to take more time away to go into the office. I am doing intermittent fasting and I was already almost 2 hours late to start eating by the time I was done at the office. Still had to go to the bank, get gas, pick up my son from school. I was starving. I was passing all the fast food joints and really wanting to stop. One of the fam I am friends with on Facebook popped in my head and I decided to make a better decision. Stopped at the grocery store on the way to get my son and eat some rotisserie chicken while I waited for him to come out. My tummy is happy and I didn't put any dirty dicks in my mouth and it was cheaper. Win. Nice. Cool. And, don't worry so much about like, oh, it was 2 hours late. If you eat really strictly at certain times, you'll get those habitual hunger pangs, but it doesn't mean that, you can definitely go longer. It's not going to hurt you. So good. Drink more water, focus, meditate. Good stuff. It's all about those habits and all about those. You got options. Let's see, Red Royals. So thankful I got rid of all my shithead relatives years ago. The family I do have don't care what I eat unless they're pilfering it as I cook. LOL. Nice. Silver's Beats. If someone with diet restrictions comes to my house, I'll provide for them if I invited them, but they shouldn't be upset about me doing the same thing and eating what works for me. Yeah, that's another thing. When you said comes to my house, I have to reiterate that a little bit. We're going to go a little bit deeper on that. If someone comes into your fucking house and tells you how you're eating, seriously, I don't care. If someone comes into my house, especially if you're out somewhere else and you're like, oh, I'm bringing this. Okay, people are going to be dicks and stuff. If someone comes into my house and tells me and criticizes me, how get the fuck out. It's just rude. They're just trying to reinforce that they're doing the right thing, or they are really hungry and they want the steak and they're just in denial, which is probably true. Especially if you're eating like a nice grass-fed ribeye. They're hungry. That's why vegans are often so cranky, because they're hungry. They want food. Why are vegans so militant? No, it's the activist vegans. We have vegans in the fam that are okay, but a lot of them are angry because they're hungry. They hungies. Let's say hungies. Let's see, Cerny, tell them to get lost. Doesn't matter if they're family, assholes or assholes. I told my family I don't like them and leave me alone. Best thing I ever did. All right, there you go. Christine Z, we had to teach everyone that you come to our house, you eat what I cook, and if you bitch, there's the door. Let's see here. Yeah, Kestis, in my opinion, just because we're related doesn't mean I consider you family. Yep, a lot of you are a lot closer with people that aren't sharing the same blood, and nothing wrong with that. Okay, subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check me out. Bang your ear holes with Papa and the fam every day. But let's get into a question. Let's do this.
What's in the box?
Really good question. Very important. Do you sing? Nope. But I do my TikToks. I talk and I tick and I talk and I tick. No.
Hadouken!
No.
Eat shit, Derek.
No, I don't sing. I play drums, though.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
No, I don't sing. Interesting question. We had this one. Let's see. Let's see. All right, this one's from Celine B9. Celine B9 or Cell. Her name is Cell. Ined B9 or Celine B9. Selin EDB9 on Instagram. Trying to gain weight in a healthy way, but I'm not the biggest eater. Any tips? Track it and eat more. If you're eating, let's say you track how much you're eating, you're not gaining weight. Let's say you're not gaining weight and you're eating X amount of food. The best way to figure out what you should be eating is, okay, figure out what you're eating now. If you're not gaining, then you have to eat more than that. So if you calculate and you're like, okay, I'm eating 1,800 calories, I'm not gaining, then make sure you're eating 2,000 and then you'll gain a little bit maybe. And if you're not gaining enough, then you eat 2,100 and 2,200. The biggest mistake that I see people doing is, oh, I need to gain weight. And they just start eating 3,000, 4,000 calories. They're going to put on a lot of fat and eat a lot of shit food and just feel disgusting. So unless you are really progressed and you're really advanced with your bulking, the only way you're going to eat a ton of calories is sucking down all those shakes and bullshit that people try to get away with and just pounding crap carbohydrates, which gets you craving all the time, retaining water, which is a lot of what people gain when they eat tons of carbs. You're going to, swell up with a lot of water and retain a lot of water weight, which is no good. But it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to put on some size, you just need to eat more food. So you need to be more objective and figure out what you're actually doing. That way you can eat more. Lockdowns are handy when you don't want people to invade your space. Preach. Preachy McPreachy. Preachy McPreachy. Okie dokie. So let's see here. What we got? Let's get this party started. Let's get into the first post. Let's get into a little Dookie Duke post. We got a registered dietitian. We got one of our favorites. We got the intuitive RD. The intuitive registered dietitian. I know.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Probably a huge pile of shit. Drop some Dookie in the comments below. And remember, if you want a chance to win today's Swole card, what do you got to put in the comments? Don't miss out on this. A lot of you don't put enough hashtags in the comments. Hashtag fuck average. Drop that. We will give that away at the end of today's podcast. If you're brand new, drop some cherries in the comments. See a lot of familiar faces. YouTube, share my fucking podcast for God's sake. Please. I only go live for hours every day. Share it. Suggest it to someone. But I'll tell you what, we got the real peeps here. We got the real fam here. The real hardcore peeps.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
All right. Did we do the drum roll already? I'm doing it again. Doing it again? What's in the box? What's in the box? A big old pile of shit. You fucking know it. You know it is. All right. Kirsten Ackerman, the intuitive RD. Great. When you choose to attack someone's weight by fat shaming, you send a clear message about which bodies you value more. Which bodies? Oh, God. I love this activist, social justice, woke ass. Fat bodies, these vessels. It's not about health. It's about maintaining the cultural hierarchy of bodies. Oh, yeah. What a phrase. Oh, my God. I bet you were really you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for that one. It's about maintaining the cultural hierarchy of bodies. The cultural hierarchy of bodies that the person who is fat shaming benefits from. Okay.
Matt Damon.
This makes no sense. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul, Kirsten. When you choose, just to repeat for the people that are listening to the podcast, I apologize for raping your ear holes with this nonsense. When you choose, I'm not sorry, actually. When you choose to attack someone's weight by fat shaming, you send a clear message about which bodies you value more. Oh, fat shaming. In other words, if you say something factual that people don't like to hear and they take offense, it reflects on you, apparently, because someone else's feelings get hurt. I mean, if you're literally being a dick to someone, don't be a dick. But if you're saying, hey, being fat is unhealthy, you're fat shaming. No, I'm just literally stating reality. It's not about health. It's about maintaining the cultural hierarchy of bodies. Cultural hierarchy? Really? A cultural hierarchy. Cultural hierarchy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. That the person who's fat shaming benefits from. Okay, so someone's fat shaming. I benefit from a cultural hierarchy. Well, I mean, if the cultural hierarchy is based on, oh, well, it's healthier to not be obese and you're obese because you have poor lifestyle choices. Okay. Oh, whatever. Again, fancy phrases and words trying to leverage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, we got some more. We got the doctor's back. We'll have to get into that in a second. The doctor is back. PNF stretching is different to SMR. It's completely different. What was that? Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. It's different. It's like inhibition. It's deactivation techniques. contract, relax type thing. Reciprocal inhibition, I believe. Yeah, it's different. They're both good. Okay, hashtag fuck average. We're going to get into some more Swole fam posts. Remember, check out Daily Swole on your favorite podcast app. And also, if you're not yet part of the fam, join now. We are crushing it in Swolenormous X. I love the success stories. Just every fucking day. People that are slacking. People are slacking this year. Swole fam's crushing it. Swole fam is crushing it. Let's see. Ashton, in Asia, when they're talking about health, it's about health. I've seen and dealt with it in China, fat shaming women with BMIs of 20. Well, there's a lot of stuff in China that is, China does a lot of things, you know, to eradicate people they don't like. That's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. Whole different world, isn't it? Ashton, I will listen to a doctor who doesn't speak English and is rude about what they're saying because of a language barrier. Let's see here. What else we got? What else we got in the comments? Catching up with some older Daily Swoles. Well, you know, every culture is different, and I'm not denying that. I mean, cultures are obviously different, but the reality is if you're, you know, we know why people are obese. We know why. It's just basic. It doesn't really matter where you are in the world. You're going to gain if you're overeating, right? All right. We got another.
What's in the box?
Yeah. Thanks for the vid. Not you, Ashton. You didn't do it. Cole. Okay, fam. It has been a weird last couple of days and just feel that I need to vent a bit. First off, the good news, after having gotten a fairly solid afternoon of meditation routine going, I have started to get a morning one in the works. I found out a couple days ago, an old coworker who works in corrections got assaulted at work, and it just brought up some bad memories from when I was in the same field. Then I was planning on seeing my girlfriend, who I had just patched things up with, when she told me that her kid's class had a positive case. Due to me living with my folks until my place is built, I've chosen not to go for a week or two now, and somehow I'm the bad guy in this. Okay, vent done. Go get those gains, fam. I know I will. Well, some gorillas. So let's see. We got a lot of venting going on. Fucking holidays, right? Holidays and all these restrictions and lockdowns. So you have an old coworker. Let's say you're planning on seeing your girlfriend. She told me that her kid's class had a positive case, which means that her kid might have it, which means she might have it, which means you might get it. It's logical. It's logical. A lot of people know someone that has the vid. Due to you living with your folks until you're okay, you've chosen not to go and you're the bad guy because, oh my God, you're so afraid. Like, so she's giving you shit. If she doesn't understand why you're not going over there, you really want to, you're really sure you should have patched that up? She doesn't think logically like that? Doesn't understand that your parents might be higher risk, and sounds like you're being smart and safe than sorry. The thing is, Cole, if you go there and then you get it and you bring it home, you're the one that's going to be, it's going to be your fault, or you're going to know it's your fault and you're going to feel guilty. Yeah, that's tough. Tough. But I hear you. You don't want, look, you're the one that's going to have to live with that, and you want to protect your family. Now, whether or not it's going to be super severe or whether something's going to happen, she can go get tested. You can go get tested and see. Then that will satisfy the problem. If she goes and gets tested negative and son gets tested, like, okay, well, you don't have it. So, or at least you're not viral or transmissible at the moment. So then that could definitely satisfy the issues or your concerns, potentially. But we do have some, we do have some good stuff from a feel-good dietitian. From a feel-good dietitian. Hey, this is how to cut carbs on Thanksgiving.
What's in the box?
At least we're on the same page. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. This is how to cut carbs on Thanksgiving. All right, number 1, you can cut your pie. Okay, number 2, you can cut potatoes. Number 3, you can cut bread. And number 4, you can make turkey cookies or something. So we got from the feel-good dietitian telling you how to cut carbs on Thanksgiving, because this is what we need, right? Now, I'm not anti-Thanksgiving. I'm fine. I mean, Thanksgiving, I just want I'm going to eat a steak. It's food. I'm fine being around people, but I'm going to eat the food that I'm going to eat. I'm hungry. I'll eat. Fine. Just because Thanksgiving, people love to use Thanksgiving as an excuse. And it'd be different if the population wasn't just like 50% obese, right? You know, as if we need another excuse to binge eat. Now, I know a lot of people be like, oh my God, you're such a crankster. Oh my God, it's Thanksgiving. It's one day a year we get to see our family. Come on, step back and realize what the fuck you're doing. This is like a holiday, as if we need a holiday that just literally, is Thanksgiving really about seeing family, or is it about surrounding yourself with people and making an excuse to eat shit food that you know, like you're eating foods that have no place being in the same like realm. You're eating all this weird shit together. You're just binge eating. You're binge eating, and you're able to feel more guilt-free because everyone's on the same page. That's pretty much what it is. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy Thanksgiving, and you can do whatever you want, but that's just the reality. And when you have, like, especially this year, when people were just fucking eating anyway, when we had the quarantine 15, quarantine 30, people were already stuffing face. People stuff face on Friday nights, on Sundays, on Monday nights. People eat crap all day. People are already eating shit food all the time. So you don't really, I mean, just, it's really another day. It's another day of eating crap food. It's another day of just eating. But this is just socially acceptable, right? It's just another excuse to socially acceptably stuff your face and eat crap because you're going to eat this. Oh, but it's Thanksgiving. What does that mean? It's an excuse. That's all it is. Again, I'm not saying that it's up to you. But the reality is you're using that as an excuse to eat, to overeat, to get stuff, to eat all the pie, to eat all the ice cream because it's Thanksgiving. It's very arbitrary. And considering that if it's the one day a year that you indulge, all right, look, it's your choice, but facts are facts, and being objective just means like people are using this again as an excuse to trash their health when you should be focusing on your health 1000%. And we all know why. So I'm not anti-Thanksgiving, but as if everyone was like fucking super healthy, and then, oh my God, you're going to have, look, you can still eat the food, have your turkey, have some stuff. Fine, eat that. Now, whether or not you feel good or have cramps or feel like crap, okay, fine. But to binge eat like most people are going to, as opposed to the day before when they binge ate, and the day before that, 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 and the day before that. And you don't have to be obese to have poor health. You don't have to be overweight to have poor metabolic health. You don't have to be overweight to have a weaker immune system. Okay? Just because you might not have a huge gut, you can still have abs and have a weak immune system. People don't understand what health is and immunity, and people just go off the visual. Oh, you're obese or you're not obese. It's not all about weight. So if you could be really skinny and be very unhealthy. And people are saying, well, you could be obese and really, no. If you have extra body fat and like a lot of extra fat, it's not healthy, whether or not your blood test is going to come out properly, whether or not you're going to die of a heart attack next week. That's not necessary, but higher risk, sure, absolutely. But it's really just excuses. So, you know, you're the one that has to live with your choices. And most people, right? Most people are like, I can put off my, oh, well, that's in the future. I don't have diabetes now. I'm fine. I'll be fine. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Stats say otherwise. So you're the one that has to live with your decisions. So you make the right choices for you. But at the same time, you're the one that really knows you're eating crap all the time. So it's just another excuse to eat shit for most people. For most people, it's just another excuse to eat shit. A holiday to revolve around binge eating. That's what we need. That's what we need. Just to make it official face fucking. Dr. Colleen Reichman. All right, the return of the Reich. I'll leave that there. This is a shit post, and we got a couple of things. We'll read the caption second. Let's see here. The ask is what the text says. This is weird, puce, lavender, purple with just black text. The ask is that we stop gaining weight after high school. Who's asking that? What's with high school? You're like 17 years old. You're not even a fully formed human. Who the fuck is trying to if you're trying to maintain your high school weight, who thinks, Oh my God, I gained so much weight since I was 12. I gained so much weight since I was 16. Yeah, you're like, you just had a puberty. Your brain isn't fully formed yet until you're 25. You're not even an adult. So if you're trying to maintain your high school weight, that's really fucked up. The ask is that we stop gaining weight after high school. No, no one asks that. That we defy biology by never showing visible signs of aging. Who's asking that? Diet culture. That some of us spend 9 months growing a human and then immediately look like it never happened. Ugh, God. That we make frantic efforts to achieve all the above while acting like we actually don't care. It's exhausting just to read, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it absolutely is exhausting to read. Yes, it absolutely is. Dr. Colleen, if you're... This is like what the breakdown of someone with like a mental disorder. These are the asks of our society. No, it's not the asks. These are what people interpret. We have such poor mental health in this country. This comes down to like parenting and education. These are the asks of our society, and I need a nap now. The ask is that we stay the same size that we were in high school. The ask is that there is no body diversity. All right. Even if everything else kind of made sense, sure. Body diversity. These phrases have to go. These phrases, legit culture, like what? Body hierarchies and body diversity. Seriously, these things have to fucking go. And that everyone must be thin. And if you're not, the ask is that you spend your life striving to be. All right. This usually comes from people that can't take care of their health properly and are resentful about it, and then turn that into hate and anger against anyone that says that it's healthier to not be fat, which is a fact. The ask is also that we completely defy biology and never show visible signs of aging. The ask, all right, this is the caption, just kind of restates the same old shit we just read. Let's see. I know it's hard to push back against all of the noise. Trust me, I read this stuff every day, but I'm doing my job, right, Colleen? But let's continue to try. Let's work to normalize body diversity. I think it's normal. I think you have the freedom to be obese if you want to be, and I have the freedom to make the obvious statement that it's not healthy. To shout the message of fat positivity from the rooftops, be careful. Make sure the roof is reinforced if you're going to go up there, especially if you're shouting the message of fat positivity. You don't want to go through the ceiling. Let's do our best to step away from the narrative of throwing every product at trying to slow down our aging appearance or all of our time and energy into getting our pre-baby body back. You are succumbing to really good marketing and you are a weak individual. Social media can actually be an incredible tool in this fight. These are cultural messages. These cultural messages are everywhere, but you can tailor your social media to be an oasis of resistance. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, so Margot Mweke responded, and that's what Margot looks like. So if you have any questions, that's what Margot looks like. So you're listening to a goat, apparently. So Margot responds in the comments, and this is very much linked to the patriarchal, pedophilic beauty standards, especially.
Matt Damon.
Women are not supposed to age and remain childlike and innocent to appease the male fantasy. Okay, Margot. Look, a lot of these people need to take better care of their health and literally speak to therapists that aren't going to fill their minds with nonsense. All right. A lot of people need mental help. It's true. A lot of people need therapy. A lot of people have mental disorders. Case in point, even doctors apparently need to go get, like, it's good to talk to someone, but the problem is if you go to see a woke therapist, they're going to fill your head with garbage. Very similar to other stuff. I'm not going to go into like those other categories now, but a lot of therapy today, you get a lot of the wokesters that are trying to, manipulate and make money. It's all marketing. It's all marketing. If you buy into marketing, if you obviously succumb to that type of shit, yeah, it does create distortions because they're trying to sell you a product. That's all it is. Patriarchy and pedophilia. You're weird, Margot. Anyway, I think the problem in part is that this kind of like little social bubble thing is perpetuating this kind of insanity. You know, it's perpetuating this kind of narrative, just feeding into it. Everyone's jerking each other off. Look, the fitness industry is a hot mess. That's why I'm not part of it. It's a huge mess. It's a huge mess. But, you know, looking big and ripped and pretending like, hey, you can get this. You can get this if you take these pills. You can get like this if you suck down this protein. Yeah, and if you inject 1,000 milligrams of test right into your dick hole every week, sure. You know, it does take a lot of hard work, whether you're taking juice or not. But all these unrealistic, yeah. But that's because you're looking at magazine covers. You know, you don't have proper education. Parents aren't teaching their kids properly. You're not getting properly educated in school. It's how you're raised as a child. And you know what you're taught in school. You're not taught anything worthwhile. You know, it'd be great in school as you grow up. It'd be great if parents were teaching their kids properly how to navigate this kind of shit, because marketing's never going to go away. And it's always going to give you quick fixes and give you this idea of like, hey, this is the way things are. You should take this. You should buy this. You should look like this. That's called marketing. Okay. And in school, they're teaching you, oh, here's geometry. Oh, okay, that's great. And here's, I don't know, deleting gym class, or they're teaching you about like whatever the fuck they're doing in school. You know, now they're teaching you all this, you know, woke revisionist history. But what they should be doing is teaching kids about marketing, teaching kids about the manipulation of media, but they're not going to, because it's all part of the same machine. It's all part of the same cyclic process. So hopefully things will change. But a lot of this comes from how you were parented and how you were educated. But as an adult, you should, like, what really being woke or being awake should be is actually, oh, wow, now that we have the internet, we can see, case in point, we can see the facts of how we've been manipulated for decades. And it's true. It's true. There's a lot of cultural things that are just wrong. It doesn't mean that you still have to think the same way. It's a lot to unpack, but just because you have mental struggles and you need therapy doesn't mean that everyone else is wrong and evil. But it's still just the victimhood mentality, which is unfortunate. And that's what's being perpetuated in a big way. You know, you're not a victim to all this, but that doesn't justify not taking care of your health. So that's what these posts are doing. So going back to the first one. So the ask is, we stop gaining weight. We defy. It's exhausting to read. We don't have enough body diversity. Because all this stuff, look, it's one thing if you're talking about the reality of marketing and you're positioning it right, but this is positioning to victimize women. You're taking susceptible women that are already been assaulted for decades with all this shit, like factually so. Like they're, you know, it's a lot of unrealistic. There's a lot of unrealistic stuff on all sides. But why do some people navigate properly and some people don't? Some people are more impressionable. Period. End of story. Why do cults exist? Why do people buy these fat loss pills and fat burners and stuff? Because people can be manipulated. It's called propaganda. It's marketing. That's all it is. People can be very manipulatable, very manipulatable. And some people are less manipulatable. It is what it is. All right. So this world is just still, these are different levels of survival of the fittest. Can you navigate all the bullshit and can you sift through and think critically for yourself? Or are you a sheep and you're like, oh, I'll do that. Oh, I'll eat that. Oh, I'll look like that. Oh, I'll do that. Oh, I'll do that. It's a sheep mentality. You're just following along. And they're like, here's the carrot. Here's the carrot. Here's the carrot. Here's the carrot. That's why everything with diet, nutrition, and fitness is just following fucking hashtags and trends. Why do you think plant-based is blowing up? Because it's fucking money. It's money. It's a ton of money. Why do you think organic? I'm not saying organic is bad, but organic is good. Organic can be like normal food, but because we have to feed a massive population, you need pesticides. So now because we have to mass produce and we're GMOing everything up the fucking ass and monocrop culture and all that shit, then we actually need to, well, that's the normal. So we changed the normal because we have to feed 300, 400, 500 million people. So now the organic, now that's a labeling and that's marketing. It doesn't mean that it's not true or it's not better or marginally better. You can have that argument aside from this, but then it's a whole marketing thing. They're marketing that, and then plant-based is the thing. Cool, we can make a ton of money, billions of fucking dollars. Of course people are going to be shoving that down your throat, despite thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. Yeah, we just throw that under the rug. We don't need to worry about that. We can make money today. Shove peas down everyone's fucking throat. Peas and soy. Okie dokie. Fine. Fine. Yeah, cookies are plant-based. So you're plant-based diabetes. Elizabeth, new member. Welcome to the fam, Liz. Elizabeth, question. I'm starting my elimination diet next Monday, and I know grains and nuts are supposed to be eliminated. Does that include oats and nut milk? Yes. Just trying to plan my meals. Yeah, you want to minimize grains, nuts, seeds, oils, all that kind of stuff. You want to minimize those. Of course, anything you remove, you can test, but definitely remove oats, and nut milk is... I laugh every time I read nut milk. One, because it's like actual like nutting, milk, but that's just gross. Almond, it's nasty. That stuff's nasty. It's not real. You're soaking nuts in water and it's weird. No value. None. So my recommendation, if you really want to figure out the best things for your body, you want to cut that stuff out too. Recommended. Definitely recommended. But if you don't cut them out, then you can't test it. But those are you definitely want to cut out grains and nuts. Let's see. Kate and then Lynn. Does anyone else cook for themselves and a partner? I can prep out and eat the same thing all week, but with cooking for two, I've been trying to do 2 or so meal options for the week instead of just one. What interchangeable veggie and protein combinations do you do? I tend to fall into stir fry and salad routine, and I'm looking for more variable options. Thanks. Leave that in the comments down below. I personally don't subscribe to grass, but that's up to you. So you can check out the recipe archive, but also if you have any thoughts, drop that in the comments down below. Veggie and protein combinations. I like mine with a ribeye steak, but hey, that's just me. I'm a simple man. I think one of the biggest problems, and you could drop in the comments below, I think a lot of people, I think the marketing and that whole industry, I think this idea that your plate should be colorful is the biggest sham of all. I think that's a weird modern day human thing to need like a colorful plate. I think that's a very strange thing to look for, as if that has anything to do with what foods work best for your body. If there's a lot of colors, like if you see in nature, a lot of plants and a lot of things have colors because they're poisonous. A lot of things have color in the wild that you should not fucking consume. Colors doesn't mean like, oh, this is really good for you. It's very arbitrary. Doesn't really have anything to do with necessarily what you should be eating. A lot of variation, human beings we have evolved to be, for example, living in a specific area, hunting, feeding off the land based on your environment. You never got a lot of variety. It's wherever you set up camp, whatever animals you could hunt nearby, whatever you could grow or pick or harvest or gather nearby. So I'm not saying that, we haven't, like our bodies haven't necessarily evolved. We can handle it. Obviously we're eating lots of different things. But think about how much variety people have, right? Think about what people, the kind of variety that people look for. Think of all the different things that people eat every day. It just makes less and less sense to me with all the variety that people are eating. Just every different aspect, like 50, 60 different types of foods. Like, why? You can focus. If you're and think about it, if you have a consistent meal plan, and drop in the comments below, if you eat very consistently, a lot of you eat very consistently, when you eat foods that fuel your body, that you react well with, you do an elimination diet, you figure out which foods work best, when you're hammering those home, you're less likely to overeat. You're less likely to have cravings if you're eating properly. You're less likely to have any other issues. You're focused, you're eating regularly, you're getting your nutrients in, you're getting all your calories, you're getting all your macros that you need that work best for your body. You're not like, oh, I want to eat extra. No, you eat the same thing. You have that kind of taste fatigue and you don't overeat. When you're constantly shocking your body with fat and then salt and then sweet and then fat and then salt and sweet, that's why people go for the salty stuff, and then they go and they have ice cream. And they're like, oh, they want something salty again. And they go back for chips, and they go back for like Oreos, and they go back for, yeah, it's because you're doing that little seesaw to confuse your body, and then you don't understand when you're full. Because you get these hyper, anyway, I forgot what I was going to say there. It looks pretty, right? A mixed plate looks pretty. Oh, it looks pretty. Well, your food isn't supposed to be an art project. It's supposed to be fuel. These are just my thoughts. Again, you can eat, look, and it's very, I hear myself saying this kind of stuff, and I'm not trying to be a food Nazi. Again, this is just what I look at. This is what I think, and this is what I eat, and this is what I've just kind of observed. The more I look at this, and the more I hear people's suggestions of what they eat and what they think, and I look at it, and just the more I objectively look and think and ponder and philosophize about it, it just makes less and less sense and there's no surprise when you compare that and you look through that lens of it, just like the way I'm talking. I'm trying to talk very commonsensical and logical. You look at society and you look at how many problems people have with cravings and binge eating and obesity and just skin conditions and migraines and depression. And it's like, is there a shock? Are you shocked? Look at what people fucking eat. Look at what people eat. It's not shocking at all. Oh my God, I can't lose weight. Well, because you're eating peanut butter and jelly every day, because you're drinking soda, because you're eating so many goddamn fucking carbs, because you're not sleeping, you're not hydrating. You're eating garbage processed food. You're chewing seeds and grains. You're eating fucking grass. Just doesn't make sense.
Inconceivable!
It just doesn't make sense when you look at why, and then you see people are not healthy. Why? You do realize your immune system, but the majority of your immune system is in your digestive system. So if people are eating shitty, you're going to have limited defenses for viruses. Hint, hint. Just because you might not be obese doesn't mean you have, I have no pre-existing conditions. Yeah, you just have leaky gut. I wonder why you're succumbing to illnesses very quickly. I wonder why the vid is just, quote unquote, skyrocketing, because most people have issues with their immune defenses. Most people do not have strong defenses. Considering 2/3 of the population are overweight or obese, that doesn't even include people that don't look obese on the outside, but are still eating shit. Just think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Citrine says, okay, a child at my class has irritable bowel syndrome and her doctor just signs medical slips and says it's normal for her. That's fucking malpractice, it sounds like to me. That's not normal. That's not normal. What's the kid eating? That's abuse. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let's see here. Brenven, I've eliminated slowly and figured out what works. My plate is usually 2 to 3 items. I don't eat much veggies. My sister tried telling me I need more, but I don't want that kind of bloat in my life. And look, I'm not saying, again, when I talk like this, I'm not telling you to eat the way I eat. I'm never doing that. So when people ask me questions, what are your thoughts on this? My thoughts? I'm like, I don't think you should be eating it for a lot of these things. But that's why you do an elimination diet, because it's your life. You're the one that has to live with your own decisions. I'm trying to give you the inspiration and the power to make your own decisions. Like here are these tools you can go through and see for yourself. If you feel really good eating that and you want to eat that and you really don't, then hey, then what am I going to like? No, don't eat that. Kids these days, get off my lawn. It's like, you're going to do it. Okay. You're a grown ass man or woman, but it just doesn't make sense to me. How many pounds of steak I eat? I usually eat 1 meal a day for the most part. I clicked the wrong link. Man eater. Fucking talk about meat. Ryan, how many pounds of steak do you eat a day? I really only eat once. It depends. Sometimes I'll have steak and eggs. I would say probably, at least a pound a day, probably. Sometimes eggs, sometimes I'll have broth too. Sometimes I'll have eggs. I'll also eat like, an ounce or two of raw beef liver, usually every day. What else do I have? I do a lot of fat though. Like I said, I'm not like without carbs. But my carbs are fruit. My carbs are fruit and honey. That's what I've been doing mostly of lately, and I like it. I feel really good. And I'm really I'm getting great pumps. I've leaned out, but less bloating, but my strength is there. I feel good. My joints feel amazing. Any kind of like remnants of tendonitis and things I used to deal with. No, my flexibility has improved. That's great. Like I'm liking it. Skylar, as a 14-year-old, should I be embarrassed to gain weight? In what context? You don't want to be unhealthy, but gaining weight in what sense? You're very young, so you want to make sure you're approaching nutrition properly. Eating whole foods would be a great start. Don't overthink it as a 14-year-old. It's good habits to start to cut out and not to be drinking soda and eating all that crap, junk food. But starting off just thinking whole foods, and I would start, Scott, you're old enough to read. You can start reading books on nutrition and whole foods and navigate that. It's a good start. Never too young to start learning how to eat properly. Let's see here. Someone say a liverwurst and mustard sandwich. Jesus Christ. Let's see here.
What's in the box?
¿Qué es en el box? What's in the box, eh? What's in the box, man? Kat, hi everyone. I can't believe I finally joined the fam. It's so exciting to be here. I followed Papa for around 3 years and listened to the Daily Swole, not daily, but quite often. Not daily, but quite often. You're out of the fam. You're out of the fam. No, not daily. All right. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding.
I was kidding!
I'm joking.
I
All
was
right.
only kidding!
Okay, Kat can stay. You get a lot of heart eyes. Okay, you can stay. All right, should we let Kat stay? Drop in the comments. What do you think? She doesn't listen every day, but quite often. Is that good enough? All right, you got stuff going on. I get it. All right, you can't catch every episode. We'll let it slide this time. And listen to Daily Swole, not daily, but quite often for around 2 years. It's called Daily Swole for a reason. All right, Miriam says you can stay. Miriam has spoken. You can stay, Kat. So you can thank Miriam for that. And now I'm officially a member of the fam. Welcome. All right, Amanda says you can stay. Matthew's a little bit disturbed by your lack of daily execution, but it's okay. It's all right. It took me some time to come here, maybe because I was scared to be too weak and quit. And that's why I should have come to you guys earlier, to be a part of a warm, kind-hearted, and uplifting online community. After I just like riffed her for not watching every day. You're so warm, and what the fuck are you not doing? What you ever do? How dare you, motherfucker. So warm and kind-hearted and uplifting, isn't it? So let me introduce myself real quick. I'm Kat, 24 years old, just finished school, a dietitian. Oh, maybe do we have a good dietitian? Can you be one of the good ones? Oh my goodness. Can you be?
He's heating up!
Are we gonna have a good dietitian, like a good one in our midst? Finally. And started studying nutritional science to become a scientist. I like lifting weights, so lockdown really makes me sad. I enjoy yoga too, but I feel like I do it way too little. I am so happy to be here. Well, we are happy to have you too. I'm just busting chops. Welcome. Welcome to the fam. The fam is already excited to have you here, and you can stay. We'll let you. I'll allow it. I wasn't going to, but Oh, the fam has spoken. You can stay. That's deep. You can stay. You can stay. Why not? Why not? I'm in a welcoming mood today. Hey fam, just tuning in. Nice to hear from Papa. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Governor. Hello. How you doing?
Yow.
The soundboard has spoken. All right, so we got one more Duke post, we got one more Swole fam post, and we got a Swole card to give away. Hashtag fuck average on this hump day. And of course, we'll have a Thanksgiving cast tomorrow where we can eat beef and give thanks for making sick fucking gains. Am I right? Am I right? All right. All right. All right. Okay, so let's get into this one. This one is from Salam Afagandiche. All right. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to read a name. You ready for this? This is going to be pretty epic. Are you ready? Come on, drop some dookie in the comments.
What's in the box?
Okay, SNL books. This one is from Salem Afghanide Esquire. This is at Obong Anwam Salem. Good name. All right. Morning fat phobia rant. Yuck. Morning fat phobia rant. It's not just about people with bigger bodies learning to love themselves. Oh my God, these bigger bodies. These bigger bodies. It's not just about people with bigger bodies learning to love themselves when the entire fabric of society feels like a loaded gun just waiting to go off of them. On them? Off of them? My head. This year, too many shit posts. Too much. This gets instant tainty right here. Hashtag fat phobia is systemic.
That's fucking bullshit.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
It's institutionalized.
What the fuck is that?
And it needs to be dismantled as well.
What's your name, fat body?
Okay. Well, that got out of control real fast, did it not? That really got out of hand fast. Wow. Oof. That got really, really out of hand.
All right, then leave.
Let me see what we got here. If you don't like this country, one, you can get the fuck out.
Loud noises!
Seriously, everyone that's like so upset, it's fat phobia systemic. It's institutionalized. It needs to be this. If you want to look, you can move. Seriously, you can move. If you don't like this country, then leave the country. If you're that upset about, what are you going to dismantle? What are you going to dismantle? Seriously, what are you dismantling? What are you taking apart? It's not Legos here, fam. It's institutionalized. Where? Where's the tell me, what does that mean? This is what happens when you allow this kind of rhetoric to infect our society. Now, the word systemic is real. Institution is real. These are real words, but they're used in such vague, weaponized terms that where do you start? What are you talking about? Okay. Where do you start with this? You don't know where to start. All you're doing is saying like, oh my God, I'm hurt. It hurts me. It hurts me. Oh, who hurt you, sweetheart? Oh, sweetheart, who hurt you? The bad people, the bad people. This is like what happens when a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old has a night terror and you come into their room and you're like, what happened, sweetheart? And they can't give you an answer. They're just crying and scared. It's like, okay, go back to sleep. And you leave. You're like, Jesus Christ, the fuck was that? That's literally what it is. The bad people, the bad people. You got to go one of those dream interpreters and have them bullshit you for a while. Go to a tarot card reader and let them tell you. It's not just about people with bigger bodies learning to love themselves. Good. Learn to love yourself, respect yourself, and eat healthier, and you won't have a bigger body. But if you have a bigger body and you want to love it, fine, do it. Most people in this country do have a big body. And do they love it? Maybe, maybe not, but that's on them. Now, you can take some personal responsibility and change your habits and do better for yourself. But hey, that takes effort, right? Oh, you got to change your habits. Oh, fuck. Damn it. You got to do some work? That sucks. Damn. Tough one there. When the entire fabric of society, that societal fabric, woven deep, tight, super tight. Crochet that shit nice and thick. Entire fabric of society feels like a loaded gun just waiting to go off on them. Fat phobia is systemic. It's everywhere. Oh my God, the floor is fat phobic. That's what we should play. We should play a game. Change the game. The floor is fat phobic. Oh my God, systemic. It's everywhere. Fat phobia is everywhere. Jump on the couch. Don't touch the ground. It's fat phobic. It's institutionalized. It needs to be dismantled. Needs to be dismantled. I love it. Dismantled. Well, if something's systemic and institutionalized, again, all right, let's put it that way, okay? So Salem or Salem or whatever. Again, let's say we have this like supposed person. Let's say this is a real person. It looks like a real person potentially, right? Maybe this is one of those like, NPCs that can be created by computer programs. Like, hey, you thought this was a real person, but it's not. It was computer generated. Blah blah blah. Oh, really cool. Okay, so maybe this is a real person. So let's pretend let's all try to put ourselves into Obong Anwam Salem's shoes or boots or high heels, or high heels are from the patriarchy. And it's like cisgendered white males like myself have perpetuated high heels on women for thousands of years since the beginning of time. So high heels are systemic. It's institutionalized like white supremacy. So I don't want to judge your footwear, but let's put ourselves into, this person's footwear. I don't want to assume your pronouns either. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what's going on. So how will we fix that? How do you fix that? Fat phobia is systemic. Well, how do you fix systemic fat phobia? What do you do? It's institutionalized. Okay. Okay. It needs to be dismantled. Well, how do you do it? It needs to be. Thanks for that fucking word vomit with no other context. It needs to be dismantled. And you go back to sleep. It's like Rosie O'Donnell texting. No, was it not Rosie O'Donnell? What's her name? What was her name? Oh, fucking Roseanne. So this is like Roseanne's text. She wakes up from like an ambient induced like stupor. Like, go back to sleep. Oh, God.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
So, well beyond that post already. Look, if you blame these kinds of like, shadow things, it's like, it's the lizard people. It's the people that are living in the center of the earth. It's the civilizations that went to the center of the earth. Once there was the global cataclysm and the meteor hit, they went underground. There's giants down there. There are entire civilizations that just live in molten lava, apparently. Just advanced civilizations that live in the core of the earth. Okie dokie. Okay, very nice. Okay. We do this now? Yes?
USA, greatest country in the world.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Yeah. Take away their phone. Please, stop tweeting. Stop tweeting. I hear Tom Cruise is king. Is he right?
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Okay, that's a Duke post right there. Anyway, we're going to get into this Swole card. It was fun. It was nice while it lasted, right? Brutal stuff. It just doesn't seem to make sense because it doesn't. Oh, I'll take it. That was nice. That was nice. Oh, it's been a while.
If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
That's good fucking advice. That's good advice. All right. Hashtag fuck average. Remember, subscribe to Daily Swole on your favorite app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Bang your ear holes. Tell your friends to bang their ear holes too. If you're not telling your friends to bang their ear holes with the Daily Swole, what the fuck are you doing with their life? Make sure you tell them to leave a 5-star review if they love the podcast, and make sure you go and leave a 5-star review. It definitely helps. And also make sure you check out the specials going on, Swolenormousx.com. Tell your friends, tell your family, Black Swole specials coming up. It's time to make some gains. Yow. Yow. A 7.5 out of 10. That was better. Thank you, K. Dickey. Josh, 7. Oh, are we getting a little bit, we're getting a little bit saucy there? A 7? I don't think so. I don't think it's a 7. Sit and spin, 9. Respect. Strength in all forms, 8 out of 10. I appreciate the 9s. I appreciate the 9s and the 8s. I respect that because it's like, okay, you did great, Papa. That was a good one. It had nice bass, nice richness, nice, tone, longevity, depth, right? Vibrance. Maybe they're bright, maybe it's deep, right? You had a nice bass to it, layered, density. But at the same time, you're inspiring me to do better. I appreciate you holding me to a high standard. I mean, I do appreciate the 10s out of 10s, but sometimes it's nice to know you have something to reach for. And Matthew, you can do one of these. You can
Go fuck yourself.
6.7. That it was not. I disagree. This game is fucking rigged. It is rigged. Who paid you off? A 6.7 out of 10. Get fucked. Let's see. Annika, 9 out of 10. Solid effort. Australian judge. Cause do the French belch? No. We are too fancy for that. A 5? A 5? Little mouse? I got a little mouse trap for you. For your ass. I got a little trap for you, Muad'Dib. That might have been a little bit too highbrow. That might have been, I don't know if anyone picked up on that one. All right. Let's see what we got here. Dun, 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 dun. Quick on the draw. All right. Fuck average. What we got here? Let's see here. What we got here? Fuck average. Music time. There we go. Hey. Oh, average time. Average. Do you like average? Fuck average. Like average? Nah, fuck that shit. Like average? Fuck average. Fuck average. Oh, well, all right. Take it. Jesse, congratulations. Liver is a true superfood. Hashtag fuck average. Congratulations. Fuck average, bitch. Congratulations. Fantastic. Everyone say congratulations, J Money, for winning today's Swole card. Send us an email, support@Swolenormous.com. Swole card 1664 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the motherfucking email. I'll tell you what, Jesse, you send us a fucking email, we'll send you this fucking card. Capiche? You send us that fucking email, huh?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown?
Send us that fucking card. Congratulations. Yee. Fuck average. That's a good card. That's a good card. Tomorrow is Spanksgiving. Oh my goodness. Thanksgiving tomorrow. So we'll have a Thanksgiving cast, of course. So those of you that might be a little bit lonely tomorrow, don't you worry. Don't you worry. The Swole fam, we got your back. We got your back, don't we, fam? Oh, double papa. Should we do double papa right now? Ooh, double papa. It's pretty gangster. So we'll have a Swole's Giving. And we'll have the celebration will be upon us. So it'll be fucking awesome, of course. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the end of this year. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. What do you think? Well, we'll have to think about this. What do you think? Like, how are we going to turn this around? How are we going to turn around the health of our country? Remember, in closing, all right? In closing, take care of yourself. I'm not telling you, look, I'm not telling you to not enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'm not telling you to not have a piece of pie. I'm not telling you, it's your choice. Okay? It's your choice. It's your responsibility. It's your health. It's your justifications. It's your excuses, but it's your life. What I want you to understand is that it's your life and you're in control of it. You're in control of your health. You're in control of your fitness. You're in control of your wellness. And now is the time more than ever to take care of your health. So just remember, it's another day, technically. All right. Happy Native American Slaughter Day, I guess, if we're going by historical records. But, it is a good opportunity. If you are around family, if you are around friends, and you do have that opportunity, be safe, be smart, of course, use proper precautions, and just be logical. Those of you that aren't able to be around your friends and family, good thing you got FaceTime, you got Skype, you got Zoom, whatever you want to do. But I mean, technology is really out there, and use it to your advantage. Connect with people that you care about. If you're traveling, be fucking safe. Be safe, and stay focused. And come on, if you're going to eat a lot, make sure you fucking get a pump on. At least get a fucking pump on. Make it fucking happen. Make it happen. I'm going to have a steak. Enjoy some good steak. You know what I'm saying? But take care of yourself. I like that. We'll use that in closing, Matt. No one will take care of your life for you. You only have you to hold accountable. So keep it swole. Fucking God, that was done. Very nice, Matthew. Thank you for following up with that, mate. Perfect. All right, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1664. Let's nut this beach, shall we? Let's close this fucking slut up. Yeah, little whore. That is my card. That card is going to Jesse. Okay. All right, we're gonna put you in the nut. You're fine. You a little bit cold? You a little bit cold? No. All right, gotta put that nut away. Good God, man. Good Lord, man. Good gracious. Yeah. Yow. That was fantastic. Oh, very nice. Oh, God. There it is. Oh, fam, we got this Swole's Giving again, another one. This is the fourth one. Think about it, the fourth one. The fourth one since we started. The fourth one. Swole's Giving, number 4. Aha. That's right. I'm getting better at this piano. Look, eyes closed. Oh, what a crack. Yeah. It's okay. I fixed it. All right. I think we had some upload was started syncing. It's all good. It's all good. All right, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1664. We'll see you tomorrow for 1665 for Swole's Giving. Make sure you check out Swolenormous.com. If you're not a member, sign up today. Check out the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave a review. Tell everyone. Tell everyone. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. In closing, bro, I joined on Swole's Giving 2 years ago. Best decision I ever made. Bro, thank you so fucking much. I appreciate it. So we'll be here tomorrow. Someone asked me if it was going to be early or late cast. It'll definitely be earlier. Today was a little bit later, but earlier, I can't give you a time directly, but want to definitely get that earlier in the day because people obviously are going to be busier later, but maybe like, noon-ish, early afternoon Eastern time. But I'll text you all and let you know if there's a set time. I have to figure out a couple different things around here, but I'll see you tomorrow, no doubt. I'll be texting all y'all for 1665. And if you don't have a lot of family, if you're lonely, don't be lonely. You got pop in the fam. We'll be doing a beast of a stream, so join us. All right, we'll see you tomorrow for 1665. Swole's Giving. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place
calm down.
clapping.
You already
3
ate.
girls is enough for me, so I
Sit
pull out
down.
like the stock crashing like an IPO.
I
Trying to purchase
told
me.
you
This
sit
a
down.
private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who
Oh,
you think
chill
you
out,
is,
Joe.
boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits.